first show, we're really excited to play another game of 10 questions with David Gersten coming and joining us today from PayStand. David, thank you so much for joining, and thank you for braving through and wanting to play this game.
I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
excited. A little nervous, but definitely excited.
Yeah, only David,
give me
I need to
ideas
tell
about
you.
what this show is.
Yeah, I need a consent from you that we can post this recording if you left from the first question or the last question. Are you okay with this?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, you're
Let's
good.
do it.
Let's do it.
Let's
Okay,
take the risk.
let's do it.
I
Okay,
wanted to put it on full screen, but
let's begin. Okay, do you want to? Okay,
let me just reload it.
okay.
And yeah, so David, this is the game board. Behind each of these is a question. You can pick a number. You'll have 2 minutes every time to answer the question. If you don't answer it in 2 minutes, that's it. Like you
Okay.
can
Oh,
continue on.
David, only to tell you, we will stop you at 2. Like if you are in the middle of explaining something, we'll tell you next. We will go to the next one. Okay.
These rules are tough. This
Yeah.
is like,
And I will be the bad. I will be the bad cop. He will be the good cop. Khalid will be the good cop. Okay.
you Canucks do things very interesting. So,
No skipping. And yeah,
okay.
like Claude said, we will stop at 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'll have the timer running. I'm continuously improving upon this board. People will see progression episode over episode. We get some feedback on this board getting better. One improvement that I'm still working on, and if anyone's a better developer than I am, please give me some advice. I'm trying to fix the timer and have it show up on the question, but for today's episode, it's not going to show up on the question for you, David.
Okay. No, I'll leave my fate in the bad cop.
So, David, let's get started. Pick a number, and we'll show you the question behind it.
We're just gonna go right in the middle. Let's start with 3, because that's probably what you wanted me to do. What is the most common complaint you hear from partners about working with your solution? How are you actively resolving it? Yeah, that's a great question. So, here at PayStand, we've only been in the Microsoft space just under 3 years. So we sometimes have some features and functionality that just might not be what is expected. So what's really cool with working with PayStand is we are new. We are evolving, and we're listening to our customers and our partners. And if they want something, we're pretty easily able to make that change. It's early enough in the development. We want to be partner first and customer centric. So pretty much that's what we're doing. I will say the one major complaint that we do here is that we're not in Business Central. We're just embedded. And our talk track is, it allows us to now be PCI compliant instead of the merchant worrying about it. So we see it as a benefit actually for, putting the PCI compliance in the hands of PayStand instead of being inside of Business Central, and then it's the responsibility of the merchant. So pretty easy there.
How many partners you have in North America, David? Do you have like a number?
We have about 20 active partners right now. There's hundreds of partners in our database, but we probably have about 20, 25 partners that are consistently working with us right now.
Perfect. Next.
Thank you. What's
7.
7? Nice.
Can you share concrete?
Examples?
Oh, absolutely.
Can you read the question? Can you read the question, please?
Yeah, can you share concrete examples where your solution drove measurable ROI in numbers, non-anecdotes for end customers? Yeah, absolutely. So we have a customer, Concept Agritech. They are in the agricultural seed space. Using Business Central, we were able to drive their DSO down about 40% within the first 90 days. We have a partner that uses our solution that has basically been able to increase their auto pay. They reduce their bill rate a little bit when a customer is using their bank-to-bank network and auto pay, which literally gets them paid the next day. As soon as that invoice gets posted, it goes to autopay and they get billed the next, they get paid the next day. So absolutely speeding cash, time to cash. Those are real life examples. DSO is our biggest moving portion. Customers don't realize how much money they can make by reducing their day sales outstanding.
That's quite
And
cool.
our,
40%
yeah,
is a big, bold claim, David. Do you
yeah.
think that that's an average, or is this like an outlier?
So I think it's, in our presentations, our marketing stuff talks about that we save an average of 49% of total cost to collect revenue. So that is a combination of DSO, fee reduction, and automation.
Nice.
So the cost to correct, your tax to collect revenue, we reduce that cost by on an average of 49%. So if
That's
you
right.
do that, you've got outliers, down in the 20s and up in the 80s.
Yeah.
So it's a solid, one in two, we're helping 50%.
Next.
There's the bell. 9, I'm creating a little triangle. Who in your team is responsible for architectural decisions? What's their track record with scalable cloud native design? Very interesting. So we have two teams. We have an engineering team and we have our product team. Our product team is responsible for design, competitive features, functionalities, marketplace, where we're going with our broad picture. I actually help influence that a lot because of my 15 years in the Microsoft space, and and I oversee Microsoft and Acumatica, so I could talk specifically about Microsoft. But we, working with our partners and our customers, we come up with the roadmap, and then the engineering team uses their skill set to actually build the stack out. We're incorporating a lot of AI now in our development. So our what are they called? Runtimes or the cycles, whatever they're called, are significantly faster because we've incorporated some AI in our actual development of our engineering
We will
process.
talk about AI in a couple of questions coming.
Okay, cool. I'll find that
Yeah.
one. I'll
And
figure
the
that one out.
questions will get harder, David. I know these have been really easy.
I like the transparency. I think this is amazing. This is cool.
Thank you. We're actually inspired by your session, David. What ISVs want from partners. I think you practice a lot of authenticity in that and transparency, and so it's good to have more and more projects like this in the channel.
I appreciate it. I see there's some, what do they say? Copying is a form of flattery.
100%. Yeah,
And,
it's
and I
sometimes
see even at community summit, there's a very similar panel to mine. I think you happen to possibly be on it. Um, but it's I'm flattered by it. But I appreciate. I think there's a big opportunity for transparency and community to happen. So let's kind of make a little pattern here. Let's go to 1 now.
nice.
If a customer asks you to cut your price by 30% to win a deal, what would you remove from the offering to justify it? That is a fantastic question. I love
You are,
this question.
you are facing this every day, correct? Like, I need a
We are
discount of
facing
30,
it.
40%.
We're facing it every day. I will tell you honestly, my solution, as long as you go with just our AR automation solution and our customer portal, it's one solution. I can't scale back functionality, just the way we've developed it. So we have a conversation around ROI. This becomes a really important ROI conversation. We will honestly reduce our price to earn the business when it is tied to an ROI. When we could justify the ROI to the customer, we will do whatever it takes to get a positive ROI. And at that point, the customer will spend whatever they want to spend. So honestly, we're looking at payment mix. How are they getting paid? What's their payment mix? We're looking at how much time they're spending on automation, tasks that are manual, cash application, deposit reconciliation, collection management. How much are they paying for, their fees? Like we look at everything across that. And I will tell you, 95% of the time, we will get to an ROI that is in the tens of thousands of dollars sometimes. Price doesn't matter. If
Yeah.
the payment mix isn't the right solution, we'd rather not sell the deal if we can't get an ROI. I will tell you though, we literally just sold a pretty big deal, $75 million in processing deal, that it was a 0% ROI. It was the same cost as what they were currently paying, but they knew that as behavior changes, they will have ROI. And as they grow, they will automatically see
Next
that
question.
ROI.
Next question.
Pretty cool. All right, I'm guessing it's number 5 next, yeah?
Yes, it is. Great minds think alike. If Microsoft depreciated a key API or changed licensing terms tomorrow, how would that impact your product? Do you have contingency plans? I'm not on the product side. It could significantly affect our
You
product.
can tell us you don't mind if they change anything, like you are not related to them. You are out.
So no. If they changed it, it could be a big impact. We would adapt, though. We're fully committed to the Microsoft product and the solution, and I think we're early enough in our maturity level of our product that we could adapt as the technology needs would change. We see that PayStand changes how people behave in the world. We're making it's a bigger difference than just processing payments. We're changing the world of how economically companies deal with money. Even nation states, we can get into that at some point depending on the questions. But our founder was at the UN 2 weeks ago talking about Bitcoin and economic equality and financial inclusion. So it's important for us to solve this problem. So I don't see it being a challenge. We have pretty top-notch technical people. We'd hope that they don't do it, but obviously we're mature enough. It's not going to affect thousands of customers.
David, how would you react if the licensing changed? Like, do you rely on Teams users? Do people have to have a Teams license to use PayStand?
So they actually don't need any license.
No
Yeah,
business central license.
no Business Central license today, the way it works. So during implementation, we just need to get some access to do some stuff on behalf of the partner or on behalf of the customer. But we don't consume a license. The flip side is we reduce licenses because we put AR in our dashboard.
Cool.
Yep. Next.
Where will we go next?
6.
Let's go with
10.
8.
Yeah. Okay.
Which competitor would you least want Microsoft to acquire and why? This is interesting.
Made them out of the box.
Yeah. Let us see if he will tell us a name of a competitor. Let us see.
Yeah. I mean, right now we have a challenge with Shopify being inside of Business Central. We are a B2B solution, so we really don't capture a lot of e-commerce on our solution. I kind of think that Shopify almost is owned by Microsoft already, just because that relationship. I always think about like what happened there was, the CEO of Shopify was sitting down with Satya probably and said, I'm going to move Shopify over to Google Cloud. And he said, no, you need to keep it in Azure. And he said, well,
But David is not a competitor. Like Shopify is not your competitor.
Well, I mean, they capture a lot of revenue that we can't capture.
Okay.
Because of our solution. Honestly, competitor, I mean, Notice has been around since the GP days. They've done a great job. They've got a great base. I just saw something, who was it? eBiz Charge said they had
Okay. eBiz.
100,000 customers. I think there's a risk there. I've asked Microsoft directly, are they going to get in the AR processing space? And they don't want to.
Yeah.
They actually don't want to do it. And I've asked pretty high up. So it could surprise us. It is always on my, my little risk corner, is Microsoft doing their own solution. That's always a risk.
Next.
We'll do
on time, always on time. Yes.
Let's get a 6.
6. So,
If your company were acquired, what guarantees could you offer customers and partners about continuity and support? Okay, so I'm not an attorney. I'm not I'm not a board member of our company. Um, we I would it would I mean obviously it would be based on the terms of that acquisition. I would tell you that pre-IP. So I don't think there'd be a fear, but I would imagine our product knowledge, our support team, it would go with that, and we would obviously develop the most, keep our customers and partners as happy as they should be. I would like to, be on the acquiring side. That's, I would prefer that. It's a great way to get to market, a little faster. I think there's more users that want to use our technology because we are such a differentiator in this space. Let's go with 10. Let's go with 10. What's your churn rate over the past 12 months? What were the top 3 reasons customers left, and what have you done about it? That's a good question. I actually don't know the churn rate. I'll be honest.
This is a way to escape from a question. You got
No,
my idea. Like that.
it's not.
It's
It's
not
not.
my job. Like I cannot
And
answer. Like
yeah,
I don't have
no.
the numbers. I don't want to lie on you. Like okay,
I would
but
say it's pretty low. There's several reasons why I've seen in the reports that I've been privy to. Change of ERP. I mean, that's just obviously, they do that. Adoption, like, did the customers really adopt? Did they move, from credit card to the bank network in the time or the amounts that they wanted to? We've solved that. We've added something called early pay. Ooh, is that already the bill? Bell? Oh,
no,
okay.
no, no. Yeah.
We've started something called early pay, which is a factoring solution. So if AR is an issue, we'll actually do factoring now and get those balances off the books to help customers. Um, we had some checkout issues originally. That's been resolved, and we also put a safe gap in there that if the bank network had an issue, which it typically doesn't, it automatically pushes the customer to an ACH transaction. So instead of saying, or an EFT in Canada. So if, like, for some reason the bank network had a glitch, which it rarely does, and I'm not going to say we're 5 nines, up, functionality. It just, I don't think that's realistic. But a lot of it's dependent on, is Wells Fargo up and running today? Are they having an issue with their bank network? But what we've done now is, regardless of the fail reason, it'll push the payer to the ACH network, which is a really good alternative.
Next, but before, you told us probably for change of ERP, like what is the next step? Like, is it only with Business Central, or you're going into SAP, for example, or Oracle, or any other ERP?
And that's a great question, Claude. So PayStand currently has 4 native integrations: Business Central, Acumatica, Sage Intacct, and NetSuite. So we're very primarily in the mid-market cloud ERPs. Although we have our API solution, open APIs, which basically allow us, that's how we solve our GP, our NAV,
Yeah.
our AX, our
Okay.
finance, and then any others. And I'll tell you, I was just talking 10 minutes, a half hour ago to someone in the channel, Campfire, Rivetti, there's a couple AI ERPs that I think we all need to be careful. We need
Yeah.
to be watching.
Correct.
Evergreen is attacking the NetSuite space very strong. Not Evergreen, I'm sorry, Campfire.
Yeah.
Campfire is attacking they just got a huge round of funding, and I think AI ERP is something we need to all be watching very
Yeah.
carefully.
Sure.
That's a good point.
Next.
Today is the 2nd, so we're gonna do
Yeah.
2.
2.
Nice.
Do you think he will leave now? Like, yeah. No.
What's the last feature you shipped that no other ISV in your space has? How do you validate its market beat? I am so excited you asked this question. We just launched a functionality called Smart Check.
Okay.
And what Smart Check does is prevents us churn. We realized that some people, as much as we say, and we have 13 years of history saying people do stop writing checks, people will still write checks.
Yes.
And what we've done is we have a lockbox solution, but lockboxes are for very high volume checks. But what we added was a smart check at the checkout feature. So not only do we have ACH credit card, ACH EFT credit card bank network, we added smart check. The customer scans a QR code, takes a picture of the check, approves it to be processed as an ACH, and it goes to the merchant as an ACH. They do not need to put a stamp on the envelope. They do not need to mail it in, and the merchant gets paid much faster. They don't have to wait for it to come in the mail. It can't bounce like a check can, and we've accommodated the customers that still want to write checks. That is very ACH focused. We're trying to solve that for Canada, I will tell you, because EFT information is not on the check that's being written. So we still have to add some functionality to that, and we will be doing that because we do still know, even though you guys spell the word check differently, you do write checks. And we want to be able to accommodate that. So we validated this because our customers were still getting checks in the mail. And they said, you need to solve this problem.
Next.
That's cool. David, I need to say, you said we spell check differently, but we spell check correctly.
I do remember in the GP space when they actually changed, I forget what, there was the whole debate, is a check, and then they changed it to, I don't even remember what, I think it's called like paper payment or, they changed the whole, I forget what it is. We'll have to ask one of the
GP guys,
David, do you think PayStand will go to AP ever? Because that smart check is a cool feature for AP as well.
So PayStand acquired a company called TeamPay about 3 years ago.
Okay.
It's part of the PayStand group as of next week at SweWorld, and I don't know when this is being published. And even at Community Summit, you will see accounts payable and expense management on our displays.
Okay.
We have a virtual card program. We have our own credit card, payments, expense reporting, expense management, virtual card program, AP. It's here, it's now. So we have PayStand AR, we have PayStand AP. It's live on our website. We're looking, Khalid, we're looking to solve the office of the CFO. We want to just be that office of the CFO. And if you think about now with our factoring solution, Early Pay, we've got basically from AP to AR, everything in between. We can, be that office of the CFO at this point.
Very cool.
Yeah, we're real excited. We're going to gradually launch that, because there's some great players in the space. Some of my dear friends are at some of the top solutions out there, and we're not trying to unseat it. We are trying to be a holistic solution for the customers, though.
That makes sense. All right, lucky number 4 is
Four.
your last one. Hopefully it's a
Yeah.
hard question. Let's see what it is.
Who should a partner invest in learning and selling your solution? Well, wait, why? Why should a partner invest in learning and selling your solution versus another ISV? This is an amazing question because I came on board 3 years ago. My first week at PayStand was Community Summit 2023. We've now done 23, 24, and 25, and PayStand is really a solution now. We have customers, we have partners, we're present in the space, we're a big investor in the community, but we probably are really the only solution I could tell you that has end-to-end in the AR space. We have cash application and deposit reconciliation. We move people off of credit cards. We change the way businesses work. Honestly, that tax to collect revenue reduces significantly, down to it's under 0.5% sometimes to collect revenue. That's unseen. No one else in the space can drive an ROI, a hard cost ROI like we do. It's challenging though. It changes people's behavior. You have to, we're not, our CEO says we're not just another gasoline car. We're not just a hybrid car. We're not just the next electric car. We're the another version, whatever the next car is, because we've created a new segment, we've created a new category of AR. And I love the space that I'm in. I think there's 12 of us at Community Summit in the AR space. Amazing people, amazing solutions, amazing companies. But honestly, there's a place for everyone. And you know what? If you want to chase down credit card rates and just process credit cards really fast, we're not the solution for you. But if you really want to be a holistic AR end-to-end solution and drive down the cost to collect revenue and automate and reallocate resources and really change the way your customers behave and change the world, like why are we punishing companies as their revenue grows? Like we're the only one that as your revenue grows, your cost to collect revenue decreases.
David,
that makes a big difference.
you told us we have 12 in the summit, correct? In 2 weeks. Can you rate yourself 1 to 12? Like 1 is the top, 12 is the less one. Like, can you rate your company?
What is that based on? What is that based on? I mean, maturity in the market space, we're probably
overall
down by the bottom.
Overall,
I would say we're probably top one or two.
Perfect.
I mean,
if you are two, who is number one? You can leave if you want. Let us stop.
No. I think you have to put categories together, honestly. And there are payment processors like UST Pay. Like they're fantastic, but they process payments. Like they're bring your own 120 payment processors. If that's what you want to do and just bring your payment gateway and collect credit cards, they are a great partner.
Yeah, we can send our greetings for Wade and Kate. Like they were with us last week.
I mean, we've got some great partnerships with them. Because they don't do what we do and we don't do what they do.
Yeah.
I'd say they're probably one of the. They're out there. The other players, I think they all kind of fall into the same category. Some automation, some credit cards, some. But again, we're the only ones that can really change how behavior works. And that's why, at the end of the day, I don't want to be arrogant. I don't see them as competitors. I think there's a place for everyone. And, when I talk to Claude, like when we're trying to recruit you as a partner, you have to make a decision, when does the customer need a full solution end to end, or are they just trying to drive down their credit card costs? I still want to have a conversation with that customer because a lot of it is they just don't realize that they can do a lot more. I remember I sold ERP for 10 years. AR was the last thing we talked about, which is the funniest thing. It's like that's what you want people to get paid on. You get paid faster. But it's funny how AP was in every discovery, but AR was very rarely in a discovery questionnaire. And then but
the smallest part is the AR, and without the AR, we cannot continue our life.
Exactly, they can't even pay you as a partner. You need to get paid as a partner. But at the end of the day, honestly, like QuickBooks customers that are moving to Business Central, they have a Pay Now link. They're probably on QuickBooks, Intuit Payments, and then they go to PayStand or they go to Business Central, and they're like, "This is now an enterprise solution, and it doesn't have a payment solution. It doesn't have AR built in." And they don't know what they don't know. And honestly, some partners forget to talk about it, and like a week before go live, the customer's like, "Well, how am I going to collect credit cards?"
And
they're like, "Oh no."
If you remember, I asked you about this because I have too much. And I'm still on QuickBooks because I don't have a viable way of moving to BC and keeping like the ease that I have with QuickBooks internally. Even though I would love to move to BC.
Khalid is a fan of QuickBooks. Like he can delete any transaction he wants. Like he will delete it.
He likes his 2 cents a month.
That's we said insiders, outsiders. This is an outsiders discussion.
ISV outsiders now.
Only to tell you, David, first of all, like It's 33 minutes we were talking together. It was going like very fast. It's so fun talking with you. Very informative session. I like it, and hopefully you like this type of shows, because I think we are the first one, correct, Khalid? We do something like we are doing a game, a educational game for people to know about the ISV, and this is a very important thing. We will not get any guest. We don't believe on their ISV. Like you will not see on our show someone who we don't believe in.
I love it. I love it, and I appreciate it. I'm honored to be part of it. I was going to say one thing. It's funny. One of PayStand's missions, our values, in our office, we have a bunch of pictures on the wall, and we have endurance, we have stewardship, we have openness, we have impact, and we have disruption.
Are you reading
And I think
them?
that
Are you reading them?
I'm just looking. I'm reminding myself. We have these. Well, I love these pictures that we have in our wall, on the walls in our corporate office. You know, and at the end of the day, our mission to decentralize the financial system, transforming businesses towards a better economy. And what your format of this show, you are disruptive. You are being open. You're creating an impact.
Yeah.
You're showing some endurance. Like this is exactly. I love this, and I'm a huge fan.
Thank you.
Come up with 10 more questions 6 months from now. Let's do this again.
Look, we are working on the questions more, like to be more like we need someone to leave. Like, yeah, we need someone to leave. Like, we need someone to leave. We are not. But again, thank you so much, David. We will see you in Orlando, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we will record a 2-3 minutes with you and asking about the ISV Insider. And Khalid, always, you're the best. Thank you so much for your time being with us. And don't be late for the next time, please.
We'll forgive you. We'll forgive you. And by the time this airs, I'm sure Khalid will be.
I'll be married.
You'll be a taken, married.
Yeah.
Gentleman, and you know what? Your better half is absolutely your better half. She's amazing. Will she be joining you in Community Summit? Or?
Summit, but she will be at the next two events at the Dynamics Con.
Okay, yeah, that's exciting. She's amazing, and Claudia, it was great seeing you again, and I'm just excited. I love this. You guys know, Community is my middle name, and thank you for thinking of me.
Thank you so much, David. Thank you, Khalid. Have a nice evening. Thank you.
Checking us out for another session today, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something from it, and we're excited to see you next time. We're gonna keep turning up the heat, make it more and more challenging. The name of the game is transparency. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.